Glenn, what happened last time?
Alright, well, last time we were the heroes of the village for a short time. We stopped Toad War 2 from happening. So the village was going to say, hey, you can go talk to Boba Bugbaziles now. We're going to have this great celebration. And we all kind of agreed after everybody left to start the preparations, saying, like, nah, we don't want to make another deal with the Demon Lord. So Jessica used Second Sight. She saw a premonition of a temple off in the distance into the swamps. So we went and investigated. Still there, FYI. And it's a frog temple full of parasitic tadpoles and creepy chaos cultists worshipping memorabilia and
all sorts of perfectly normal things that one might see at home. It's cozy.
Feels like home.
Oh no. Ow.
There you go.
All right, so here we are. I will do some panning sometimes. I think we were just about to check a door, in fact.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Uellis about to check it when we had stopped last time. So there was also a what appeared to be a sacristy, because you had robes, which someone's wearing now, and others are not, and some incense, and there was a rune on a door. And thanks to Jeffica, who is able to tap into the powers of chaos via another lord who hates this one, you were able to tell that it was incredibly dangerous. And so you left the unholy sacristy as it was. What do you all do? You have a hallway here, and you came to the end where there was a door. Actually, you opened the door. I suppose I should reveal what's behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because it says the door's open. The walls of this 30-foot deep and 40-foot wide chamber are decorated with pilling frescoes depicting humans and toads engaged in unnatural acts. The room contains a collection of divans, couches, mats, heaps of pillows. Foul, obscene stench hangs in the air. The chamber tapers at the southern end and contains a statue of gray stone flecked with white, placed on a platform. It depicts a human male and female toad locked in a loving embrace.
So this is the after party room. Nice.
Guess so.
Oh, Michael Curtis. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
At least it's not fish people.
I guess Potter is gonna. What do you see there, you Alice? Anything of notice?
Uella says, yes, it looks to me as though this is a place where whatever abominable cult of chaos this is, has conducted some of its most unholy and disgusting of acts.
Well,
I mean, Charles will say, well, we're gonna wait here in the hall, or are you gonna, we're gonna step in? What's the holdup?
Yeah, you know what,
Uellis, he backs away. He's like, I see nothing of value in there for myself. And he backs away, actually.
Okay.
All right, well, Charles will, go ahead, Glenn.
I was just saying, if anybody else wants to investigate, Jessica will go with you.
Yeah, Charles will, kind of, sort of sidle past and then move into the middle of the room to give it a better look. And in particular, he's going to look at those peeling frescoes to see, is there any value here? Is there anything that might, whether of monetarily or information wise?
Yeah, Patrick, well, it seems there's nothing really interesting there for me, but maybe there is something actually more interesting. No, actually, maybe there is something interesting to me. I'm gonna check.
That's right, old timer. Come on.
Yeah, you just see, when you take a look at the peeling frescoes, it does not look like there's anything valuable to them, nor does it seem like they're concealing anything. You also have a bunch of mats and pillows and things here, a terrible smell that hangs in the air, mixing kind of that kind of sweet incense scent with that disgusting smell that the incense had in the other room. And then
Is there a statue or an altar there on the south wall?
Yes, there is a statue.
Well, Charles will he'll walk over and kind of tap the base of it with his right foot.
All right, you tap the base of the statue, and when you do
Solid
so, just in tapping it, a mechanism is activated. It seems like the statue is a kind of stone, like a river stone, but it had a mechanism in it when you tapped it, and it moves, and it reveals behind it a section of wall that opens up, inside of which are 5 small vials of a bright green liquid.
Well, Charles will he'll grab the 5, and is Jessica the only other comrade in the room?
Well, Patrick and then.
Patrick. Okay. Well,
yeah.
So would also go in as well.
Okay. Well, he'll. These files all appear to be the same color, same consistency, or are they different?
Yes, they all seem to be the same color and consistency and size.
He'll distribute them and ask, "Oh, learned Patrick, please gaze upon this vial and tell me what you see." And then he'll kind of like he'll hand that to Patrick carefully. He'll toss the other one to it's Jeffica, right?
Well, I'm not sure that it's something
Yeah.
valuable. I'm not sure that it's something good here. I presume that it's probably one of those things like those instances that make you more susceptible to the chaos god. That's what I think, at least. That's my opinion, but
Why don't you take a drink and tell us what you think, Patrick? I mean, if it tastes good, it might be something that we can add to our food.
I'm not sure that I would drink that kind of thing here, especially when we are in a temple of chaos. Nothing good is gonna come out from that vial. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Can I inspect it more? Like maybe I can say so like something.
Oh,
like...
he just to be clear, Charles actually handed one of them. There were 5, so you have one, and Jeffica has one because he figured like maybe it's arcane or magical or something like that. And if Uellis is interested, he'll hand one to Uellis as well.
All right, Patrick, you can make an intel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ian.
I was just going to say Uellis will take one.
Hey, Ian. And Patrick, you can make an intellect check, but either way, and your target is 15, but either way, looking at it, you're at least certain that that's the case with these vials. You're able to surmise that it's obvious that these are drugs that are used for rituals in this room.
Oh.
Well, considering the nature of the tapestries, I don't think we should really be trying that out.
Yep,
So this
I'll
is
have
like
22.
Orgiastic.
That's great.
With a natural 20, you're able to look at the liquid, and you can tell between this liquid and what you found in the previous unholy sacristy that this is connected to the powers of Schapridoaz, to some evil frog god. Now, based on what you can see in the room, you're able to put together that this would put you in kind of a trance. And it could probably be effective on most anyone or anything. That if it's consumed or applied, it could put the being in a trance. It'd make you high, but like super high. It's like a frog god LSD.
Charles will ask Patrick, does it have to be imbibed or could it be taken topically? Would it be absorbed through the skin or does it have to be consumed?
It doesn't matter really, like you can even put it on the skin, it's still gonna work, but I really not suggest you. We already experienced something like that.
As you
Charles
as you move
pat the old man on the arm. Worry not. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Patrick, as you move the fluid, you got a nat 20 on this check. You can also tell that it kind of carries a layer where it's vaporized or where it bubbles at the top. You guess that this could even be aerosolized.
Aerosol, but like kind of a mist.
That if it's released into the air, it might also have its effect. At least locally, wherever.
Does anybody else want one? Charles is going to put one. Definitely keep one in his pocket, but he still has another if anyone's interested.
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab 2. The one that he handed me, just an extra one. Might use it later.
Fair enough.
There is nothing else of interest in this room.
Well, there's nothing else here to find, I guess. Let's maybe move on and see what's inside other rooms.
The altarpiece or the statue, you said, how bolted is it to the ground, or is it could it be tipped over?
It is bolted to the ground, yes.
Okay. Just curious how steady it is or stable.
Yeah.
Lead on, Patrick. Lead on.
Well, from what I remember, we checked the room with the incense, and it has that rune on the door. And then we also have the other direction with the hallway we go. So if we go back to the incense room, I was thinking about maybe using some magic to see if that dispels it. But it's up to you guys. Patrick, of course, it's up to you. You're a grand wise wizard.
What does Latro think?
Yes, what does Latro think? Latro's been kind of out of it. He doesn't remember much of the last session. So he's just kind of following along.
That's fair.
Yeah. And he doesn't the one who's leading us, is Patrick leading us right now?
I mean,
is he taking point?
Sure, why not? I mean, Patrick is taking point, though. I'm not sure if it's very wise for a wizard to take point.
I was going to say, Patrick, you are one of our wise elders. You don't have to take point. I'm more than happy to do so.
Yeah, Uellis will quite happily volunteer to be in the front.
Oh, where do you think we should go next? Maybe we should check other doors. I mean, here's the 3 doors there. And
you can't see it on the VTT, but there's also a door here.
And the door there. Where do you want to go?
And then the light to the southern corridor. So for the sake of Glenn, everybody's moved back to a 4-way intersection about 20 feet from the room going into this unholy ritual chamber. At this intersection, it goes back to the west about 30 feet to where that unholy sacristy was. And then there's a door to the north, and then a hallway to the south. It goes off into the distance at the edge of your light. About halfway down that southern corridor are 3 doors. And it looks like Charles opened the door to the north. But your light...
His player did. I'm not sure that the character necessarily did, but I didn't realize that would work. But Charles is happy to. If that works for everyone, he'll use his foot to kind of turn the knob and then sort of push it with his foot so he can keep a hold of his blade and shield.
It's 2 double doors. They open. They're unlocked. You can see on the other side there's a little bit of the flagstone floors continue down here about 15 feet. But then it turns into a wooden, shaggy, shanty palisade gate of a collection of just wooden stakes suddenly, as if you've entered a kind of like just a tribal area. So you went from like this like well-ordered, but cult underground temple to all of a sudden now there's this just like rows of sticks, and that obscures your sight into the darkness ahead. It looks like it would be easy to open as well.
I mean, Charles will look over his shoulder again, shrug, and any reason not to proceed?
Uelas will kind of gesture with his sword to suggest that we do.
All right. Barring any objection, 5, 4, 3, 2. Charles will give it another gentle kick with his foot to see if it can pop open.
You kick it.
And Patrick, well, when he noticed, "May the gods be with you, son."
You kick open this collection of just sticks put together as a gate, and inside there is in the space beyond this barrier is a nauseating sight. Squatting in a grand cavern are more than a score of grayish-white mottled toads, their pale bodies sitting atop decades of filth and bones. A scummy pool fills the center of this cavern, with a rocky island rising up above the surface at the center of it. The water's surface ripples with masses of black toad tadpoles that swim and slither all along its depths. And the croaking, constant, hellish chorus echoing in the cavern. Murder, 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 everywhere all around you.
I think that just answers my question. I was going to ask, does this room seem in relation to the pew area upstairs with the little sacrificial hole that we could open up?
Looking up, you do see a hole, a shaft in the cavern ceiling above. And let's see.
Uelas will, as soon as we see what's in here, Uelas will start muttering a prayer to Justicia.
Hold on.
Whoa. To protect himself.
Okay.
And
sorry.
No worries.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Could you say that again?
Uelas is going to start muttering a prayer of protection. If I can find my character sheet.
Because Charles will step forward. Is there any sign of intelligence in the eyes of these frog toad things? Or do they appear to be just dull animals? In other words, is that noise they're making language, or is it just an unusual croak that sounds like murder?
Latro, you hear something that the others don't.
Oh, what do my human ears hear?
Yes, you hear pleas of help coming from somewhere inside. Please, help, please. Like a little bit faint, echoing somewhere inside. You're not sure. Off to the side, either way, left or right, somewhere you hear this voice. As far as the toads, Charles, they neither intelligent nor dumb. It is, you could only describe them as alien and undecipherable.
So the voice I'm
Do
hearing
they appear to be in unison? Where they?
Go
ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I would say that not in unison, but in a chorus. So like, like frogs in a pond, and in the summertime. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a pattern. Sorry, go ahead, Latro.
Oh, no worries. So the voice I'm hearing, that's coming from inside the room. Can I tell like what direction?
You think? I think you could make a check to determine that from where you are. I have that you're not in the room. So it would be a intelligence check. Yeah.
Okay. That's a no-go. Okay. I am going to. How brightly lit is this room?
Not at all. It's
Not at all.
Uellis has just stepped in with his lantern, so there's light from him at least.
Right. So I was going to say that the light you have, that's how lit it is. So you can see the light around Uellis radiating out. You can clearly see the toads in the pool, the contents of the pool with the tadpoles swarming around, these giant fat black tadpoles like the things you saw up on the next level. But then everything else is kind of cast in shadows and shifting shadows off to the side. What were we going to say, Latro?
Did Latro share the information about the cry for help? Because I assume he's the only one that heard.
I do. I was like, does anyone else hear that? Sounds like someone's in.
I can't hear anything. Charles is like, I can't hear anything over this.
What? I couldn't hear anything as well.
No, that's because it makes sense why. Latro heard it. So it sounds like someone's needing some help in there.
It's an ambush.
Probably, but I cannot refuse aid to those who need it.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn down aid.
Is there? Yeah. Can Uellis hear it anywhere?
You could also make an intelligence check, and I missed it. Latro, what did you get on yours?
I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. It also doesn't pass, I don't think, yeah. Unless you have do you have a +3 intelligence, actually?
No.
No? Okay.
It's the only one that isn't a plus something. No, it only applies to saving throws.
Do the toads make any sort of reaction to Uellis's light?
Well, to be clear of your position currently, I have that Uellis is currently behind the gate of this kind of palisade, right? So you have it creaked open, but you haven't come into the room yet. And yet, yes, what you have is, what you didn't hear at first is a chorus of croaking all around you in this pond, echoing off the cavern walls.
And that started. So that started when we opened the gate, or
yes.
Okay, so they know we're here. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what kind of following up on that. Are there any that are outside of the pool?
Not that you can see.
Look at them. Okay.
But you can clearly see them in the pool. They look like giant toads.
When we say giant, do we mean as large as a loaf of bread, or are we talking about
a Rottweiler?
Okay.
Maybe a Great Dane.
Yeah, Ualis is going to step in just a little bit more.
Charles is going to roll his eyes and follow Ualis.
And Latra's going to follow up as well.
He's good-hearted.
As soon as you step inside of the room, the chorus of croaks grows louder, seeming to take on a fervent kind of sound to them. Murder, 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 and they all start to hop toward the this palisade. At least 10 of them hop towards you. Come on. What is going on with my...
That's our wise wizard. You know, we got that new scorching ray. Do you want to try it out on some frogs? I don't think it's a good idea to let them get close.
I thought we should start from that when we saw them. Those frogs are nothing good. Look how big they are, and we remember what happened last time. Nothing good. Yeah, just burn them there. Spawn of the chaos, burn them.
Yeah, give him a good old cleansing fire.
Is Patrick like frothing at the mouth right now? He's a bit of drool coming down the left corner of his cheek.
What is where is Jeffica? What is she doing?
I think she's at the back, listening to everybody say, "Oh, is there something there?"
Okay.
There's lots of frogs.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Right everybody else. Okay. Ooh. Jeffica got 13.
I got myself 12.
15.
What did you get, Jeffica?
13.
And Latro got a 14.
Charles is 15.
Charles 15, and then Uellis.
Hang on, it keeps telling me no token is selected. So
yeah, Ian, all I do is just
agility.
Do agility and then just add it.
Oh, there we go. So that would be about 20. Yeah, that does add it anyway.
All right, Uellis is able to act first.
Okay. Uellis is just going to bring his warhammer down on this one here, which will be this roll here.
Ooh,
nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, so he splashes that thing. So that's another D8 damage. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's you can roll on your crit table.
Oh yes, of course.
But I'm going to get back to you so we can get the most flavor out of how that thing obviously dies.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll on the crit table, and then I'll get back to you so we can see what happens. Charles, you can act next.
Alrighty, Charles will use that spear of law. I'm not sure if that does anything especially bad. Assuming the one in front of him is, I think, dead, he'll step up and try to take a little more of the pressure off of everybody.
Okay.
He'll attack the one in front of him with his spear of law. So that is going to be a 19 to hit for a grand total of 2 points of damage.
All right. You stab its scaly hide. It slides off the top. Nasty ichor pops out of it as if it's an old zit, but it still seems like it's alive. Latro.
Latro is going to raise his shield and spear, and he's going to jab spear out from behind his shield.
All right.
So, 1 second here.
Of course, Jeffica and Patrick, if you're casting a spell, go ahead and work all that out now. Like roll on your tables and stuff, if you're doing it. But
yeah, I am. Just I need to find that. I just lost where I kept the notes.
That hits Latro.
It hits me? No. Oh, okay. So yeah, I jab out from, like I said, from my spear.
Why in the world is this? I'm going to move this back just so I can see Charles. All right, and you said you did 7 points of damage. Okay, how do you kill one of them?
Oh, I spirit through its head.
Okay, I'll just pick this one. Dead. All right, and then let's see. Going back to you, Ellis, what does it look like when you killed this one?
So as the toad comes in, Alice, it's a little bit early on the swing, and he just kind of misses it, catches it on its foot as it lands, and as it keeps coming in, its head gets over the top of the hammer just as Uellis stands back up, and he smashes its jaw and just rips the whole bottom of its mouth
off. Yeah, as it does that, yeah. You hear a popping, gurgling sound from this thing as parts of it still kind of start to fall out of what was once its mouth and nostrils. And it quivers and shakes its legs down in front of you as it falls off your shield. That brings us to Jeffica.
Well,
and Glenn, so you can't see the VTT. What it looks like right now is he opened this palisade in the light, and then people stepped in past the palisade into this big cavern space, right? And in the center of the cavern is this dark pool, giant fat tadpoles, and just dozens of giant frogs the size of dogs, twice the size of a dog, and they're all just like murder, 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 and then they just go nuts and they all just swarm you all. There's currently about 10 of them that have hopped off this pile of refuse that has collected here at the bottom of the shaft. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Well, everybody was tote murdering and trying to even out the numbers. I further evened out the numbers and casted Snake Charm. I got, with some luck burn and a nat 20, I got a 34.
Nice. Yeah, you can totally burn luck and stuff, or spell burn and everything. Yeah.
I think this.
Well, you can't spell burn as a cleric, but also you can use luck. Yeah.
Luck.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I summoned 3 large snakes, or actually 4, plus 1. 5 hit dice. They just do my bidding, and they just summon in front of me. They're transported magically from elsewhere. They're permanent unless magically dispelled. And this is just stat blocks. They have 14 AC.
You can keep track of that stuff. You got it.
Okay.
All yours, yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna command them to attack.
You said there's 4 of them?
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
4 large scaly boys.
Alright.
Just
Just for convenience, I'm gonna put them behind. Yeah, you can totally do that.
The first one got a 10.
A 10.
Second one.
You have to hit an armor class 13.
Okay, so miss, and a hit. Okay. And okay, yeah. Just lots of different dice. For a total of 1, 2, 3 d6s, so 14 damage.
How much?
14 damage.
This snake I think it latches onto one of the toads, and this toad's rotten mottled skin gives way, its amphibian skin, and the snake just burrows into it. Like, what is that movie, Tremors? Just burrows into the thing, starts eating it from the inside out, and this toad just starts to partially just explode out part of its skin and shivers and croaks as the snake just is eating it from the inside out.
Ooh. And I think that's it. Jessica's not going to move for anything else, so she's good to go.
All right, I'm going to move some of these dead toads out of the way. All right, Patrick.
Yeah. Right. So, what did I roll before? I forgot. It was. Yeah. Gonna roll just again. Sorry, just give me a second. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
1d5. So it's 3. And so this with the scorching ray, there is a manifestation. So it's either so I rolled 5, and I got myself to like barks or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let me roll then in my intelligence. See what I get. It's +2 +3, so it's 17. So got myself 17 is.
I'll get back to you.
One target takes 1d8.
Oh, go ahead and roll d8. Okay.
First caster level, so 1d8 plus 3.
Okay. What'd you get? 7. All right. Describe how you kill it.
10 in total. 10 in total. I would say that it just burns and starts like bubbling, and then just shivers like and turns black,
Yeah, it's like you put it in a microwave. Like you have it like this, and it just shakes and starts to bubble. And it melts on itself.
Yeah, it starts like.
All right. 2 things happen on their turn. The first is that the ones that survive leap forward over their dead comrades, the piles of dead, disgusting frogs all around you. 2 of them are surely Latro moved up and not Patrick, right? That was not intentional. Did you have Patrick on the front line? Was that wasn't intentional?
No, definitely not. No, Patrick is not.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, what?
I just came inside. I just came inside. That's it.
I'll attack Latro here. Does a 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Okay. Make a DC 10 strength check. So you do your strength. Interesting. Instead of fortitude.
Okay, one moment here. I succeed.
You succeed. Nice. It tries to latch onto you. It actually takes on part of your body. Like latches or its mouth around your side, getting around the other side of your shield. And its teeth, rotted but jagged teeth on the inside of these river things, bite into you for 3 points of damage. But you're able to kick it off with your shield. The other one tries to leap at you and you knock it away with your shield, and then 2 of them are going to try to attack Charles. 2 and why did the other one not roll? Let's go. And a 1, it fumbles. Come on. Let's see what kind of benefit you all get. You get that both of them miss. They try to leap at you. Does Charles have like a shield or anything?
Yeah, he's got a shield and a spear, but he's also has a haughty look in his eyes and a scorn.
Well, that's important too. Yeah, well, the same thing. You guys kind of form this almost like a shield wall in front of the front part of the palisade, knocking them back as they start to try to climb onto you and devour you. 2 of them are going to try to attack you, Willis, and then we get another fumble here. Lucky rolls. And Uellis, you're able also to just knock them backwards as they leap forward and try to latch onto you. Another thing happens, though. 4 more leap forward from the pool. Where you've kind of formed this wall, not all of them can get to you, but they leap over the dead bodies of their comrades. Also going to try to make these things smaller. Holy smokes. And we're back at the top of the round with you, Willis.
Any sign as we're fighting of the whomever was crying for help? That any indication?
Sure. You can hear the voice coming from this direction.
Okay, Alice is going to try and smash another one. It's because it's not there. It's...
You have to... Armor class is 13 to hit.
So I hit him again for 9 damage.
All right, you kill another one. Well, you killed the one you were attacking before then. Or someone was.
Okay. To say the one I attacked before is a gooey pile on the floor.
All right. Describe how you kill it. This next one.
So he's just kind of getting into a whole whack-a-mole thing on these, just as they run up and just smashing it on the top of the head. He's kind of got his timing in a bit better now.
Yeah. Another... all right. Let's see. Charles.
Yeah, Charles is going to attempt a mighty deed. So he's going to attack the one in front of him with his spear, but he's going to try to blind it by sticking it right in the eye. So he lashes out with the spear of law, and this doesn't break down. Oh yeah, it does. Not successful in the attack for 8 points of damage, but does not land his mighty deed.
Well, you don't connect with the eye. Instead, you crack it right between a cancerous collection of eyes that have bulbed up out of it like a mass of seeds that have grown up out of its skull. It's kind of hard exactly to nail which one is the eye and which one is vestigial, but it doesn't matter as you slam the spear, hearing a sliding, slimy but also cracking noise as you drive the spear into its body, and it shivers and dies. Let's see, that brings us to Latro.
So just looking at the map, does it look like we're making a difference, or is this just an endless horde?
It does look like you're
asking the questions that really matter.
It does look like you're making a difference, but it also looks like a giant horde. I wouldn't call it endless.
Okay.
You are making quite the difference, though, as you've nearly slain already. You have a body count of 5.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I kept seeing more and more appear on there, and I was like...
But you are also seeing more and more appear, but you're definitely making a difference.
Okay. Well, then I am going to continue with my spear jabbing. 1 second here.
You're almost killing them faster than they can make it from the pond right now.
Yeah, I don't think I hit it with a 7.
These people are far cries from the peasants that once showed up from the dark village, the castle. Okay, you missed, though. That's unfortunate. Let's see, Jeffica.
Well, I'm going to have the snake's attack, but I forgot to tell you my manifestation. They all have their faces changed to resemble that of Jeffica.
Oh, God, that's horrifying. Okay.
It is horrifying. My snakes are gonna go assist Latro, since he was the one who got hit, and they're gonna take some bites. 15, 17, 4, and 13.
3 of them hit.
Nice. First one does 9 points of damage. The other one does 7. And the other one does 6. So, they're just stomping away at snakes.
Your snakes, how do they kill these 3 things?
Oh, I would assume that they just slither up, trying to form a barrier between of them to push the frogs away as they start biting and constricting, and all the while trying to just swallow half these frogs to defend Latro.
Yeah,
then,
there's just like this swarm of Jeffica-looking chaos snake babies that just like start to eat these frogs, and you can see their bodies collapse under the weight of these snakes. You have now a pile of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead frogs in front of you that you've killed in this wall of violence and frog muck.
To be honest, Latro finds those snakes more horrifying than the frogs.
Yeah, Jeffica's pretty scary.
Sign Charles up on that too.
Patrick.
I might even stab him just to see.
But I hear that someone eats the frogs. I like to eat the fried frogs. How about you become food, you abomination? And I'm gonna like fry them and see if we're gonna do it. Yep, that's definitely it's 17 again, so it does 1d8 plus 3. So yeah.
To one frog?
Yes, just one frog. Yeah, I need to roll like d20 to hit more targets.
All right. Describe how you kill it.
First, I need to roll the damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I heard the number. I apologize. Go ahead. Oh yeah,
that's a 5 damage.
All right. It hurts it.
And it also needs to roll because it's gonna start burning. It needs to roll like. Additionally, it must make DC 15 reflex save or catch fire. Each round thereafter, it suffers additional 1d6 damage until it succeeds on a DC 15 reflex.
All right, it passed. That brings us back to the monsters. One of them is going to move forward and try to attack one of these snakes. Never mind, 2 does not hit. One's going to try to attack Patrick. 2 does not hit. 2 are going to try to attack Euelis. 9 and 1, there's another fumble. And a d4 is a 2, which, again, Euelis and Charles, you're just knocking these things back. 4 more of them appear. There are a lot of them, but you can tell that you've slain nearly half of this army of croaking chaos spawn.
Jeez, how many of them there?
Well, so far you've killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You think that you have, between what you're engaged with and what you've slain, probably half of them so far. And these spawn that appear, actually I'm going to have them not be able to move. They just spawn on their turn. That brings us back to, no, that would disadvantage you all. I'm not going to do that. So Euelis, it's your turn.
No one's really taken any significant damage yet, have they?
The what is it?
None of our lot have taken any serious damage.
No, Latro, 2 hit points.
Yeah. In that case, Euelis is just going to keep up his whack-a-mole game. 15 hits, yeah. Oh, and his deed goes off. So I think he's just pounded one into the ground again. But if it's still alive, he's just gonna try and plunk it on the top of the head and stun it, so that it doesn't do anything next round.
How much? You have a deed die as a cleric?
Yeah, it's a special thing for Justicia clerics. They
get
a deed die instead of some
crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. How much damage?
10.
10. Yeah. You also do the same thing. You crack the skull of this one, it dies.
Yeah, they get a D die like 3 levels lower than a fighter, and a perk to AC that it doesn't slow you down.
Wow. All right, Charles.
Be nice.
Yeah, Charles will he'll lash out with the spear again, but he'll try to bash it also back into the pool. So his deed will be to bash it backwards, to essentially a push.
Okay.
That's a hit for 5 points of damage. But he also he does not catch it with his shield, but just the spear.
Okay. Someone had damaged one earlier. I think it was Patrick had hit one twice, or someone had hit one, and then there was a. So I'll say that one's the one you killed. You knock it back
Charles
into the pool dead.
use tactics to knock him out.
All right. That brings us to Latro.
Back to me, huh? Okay. Well, aside from my miss last turn, it seemed like the spearing was going all out, so I'm going to try to jab another one. Nope. That one either.
All right, Jessica.
More snakes, so they're just gonna keep attacking. And hit, and a miss. All right, that makes dice rolling easier. That's 13 and 8. So,
One took 13 and one took 8.
Yes.
I'm going to make little Jefficas. Okay, so you killed 2 of them. These snakes hungrily devour the other dead ones and then leap to living ones that had jumped forward eagerly. They're just having a feast.
This does have to be horrifying. Just slithering Jefficas.
Yeah.
Biting and swallowing frogs.
It's pretty horrifying. All right, and then also you have your turn, right? So.
Oh yeah.
There's also actually the summoner, yeah.
Well, she's gonna move up to Latro, and she is going to cast Lay on Hands.
What's your alignment, Latro?
Lawful.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Let's see here.
I'll come back. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it kicks off. So if I remember right, you get 1 hit dice of heals.
Doesn't that increase your disfavor range or something if you try to heal someone of the opposite alignment?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It increases the DC too.
Yes. But that's it. Latro, you get some healing, and I get put in the timeout corner from my god.
The snake god. Oh, wow.
Those 3 hit points go right back then.
All right. That brings us to Patrick.
Yeah. Patrick, and you know what I heard from the stories of my mom that I don't like very much? The best frogs are the fried frogs. And he's gonna continue zapping them with his ray, like favorite. First, I need to roll the manifestation, D5.
Sorry, I'm just moving stuff.
As always, Patrick is a font of wisdom.
Yeah, so that's what is it?
2?
It's a laser beam. Yeah, so let me roll how much, if it's gonna hit at least one frog or not. It does hit, and it hits like it can hit 2 frogs. So yeah, and let me hit. So it's can 2 rays, yeah. So 1d10 post caster damage. So let's see. What's the damage?
And if you intend to cast a spell, just go ahead and work it all out. As soon as for the next round. If you like in this situation where you're in combat, of course, because sometimes you don't know what the decision will be. But
2 frogs just gets 8 damage.
Which ones? So you got a bit of a tactical situation here. You the ones in front of Latro, the ones of Charles, or the ones in front of Uellis?
The one in front of Uellis.
Uellis. Alrighty. Let's see here. Boom. Boom.
It just makes a beak like smoking coal into them, and they just and then they.
Yeah, these laser beams erupt from behind you, Uellis, and fry the frogs in front of you. They're just blackened and scorched. And let's see, that brings us to the frogs. There are 2 in front of Latro, so they'll go ahead and attack him. 19 and 11. The frogs to bonus to attack is a +3. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit, but the 19 definitely does.
Okay. I don't have... So once again, make a strength check of DC 10 strength check.
Okay, 1 second here. Uh, 11.
And 11. Okay, so it passes. And you take 4 points of damage as this frog once again latches onto your shoulder and bites into it. And then one's going to try to attack Charles. +3 well, that doesn't. And then one's going to try to attack Uellis. Oh, it's not going. Here we go. 8 + 3, a 12 doesn't hit, right?
Nope, not even close. Oops.
And I think we're gonna speed things up here with the frogs, actually. So 8 more of them appear. Okay, and they leap forward. Some of the frogs now behind the snakes, trying to eat the snakes. They're all trying to eat each other. And then some of them close in back around Uellis. But that's their turn, and that brings us back to Uellis.
Let's keep up the whack-a-mole. Oh, it misses this time. Boring.
All right, Charles.
Does a 14 hit?
14 hits.
Okay, so he will do 10 points of damage.
Describe your kill.
Oh, the kill? Let's put it this way. He, rather than worrying about the cancerous bulb, he actually found the eye and put it right into the brain band.
Yeah, this one actually does have an eye.
Yeah, viscous fluid pours forth from its
Latro.
Insert organs.
It's my turn to attack again?
Yep.
All right. The one that bit me, I'm going to try to kill it.
All right.
Let's see here. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
I hit it for 7 points of damage.
Describe how you kill it.
After I threw it off from biting me, I bash it with my shield and then bring my spear upwards through its neck and out of the basically just severing its spine in the process.
Jessica, how long do your snakes last?
Since it's a high roll, indefinitely until I banish them.
That's awesome. That's crazy. All right, you have an army of snakes now, which makes sense. You're a snake cultist. All right, what do you do, Jessica?
Well, I rolled all their hits. The snakes are going to split up and try and defend. 2 of them are going to defend Latro. The other 2 are going to defend Uellis.
Okay.
And the 2 next to Latro hit, and 1 next to Uellis hits.
All right.
And they each
Sorry.
No worries, no worries. 14, 12, and 7 points of damage, respectively.
You all start to realize that this servant of the snake god might be a problem.
It might become an issue later on, but
This might become an issue. Yeah, and then what do you do? What does Jeffica do?
Jeffica is going to Word of Command. Her classic go-to move on the new frogs that just hopped out of the pool. And that barely passes. So one of them listens, has to do a will save. And then if he fails, I'm going to have him attack one of the other frogs.
All right, what's the save number? It fails, anyways. It fails.
All right, no worries. It's a 12.
All right, let's see here. So now it is. I'll just use this one. Okay. It is now under your command, and Patrick.
Yep, Patrick. Oh, how many are there? It seems they're never-ending horde here. But anyhow, let's keep burning them.
More food.
It's 11 plus 3, so it's 14. So that's 14. It's just one target takes 1d6 plus 3. Seven.
Which
7 damage.
the ones near Ellis, Charles, or the snakes?
Near Charles.
Alrighty.
No, sorry. That doesn't matter. Yeah,
okay.
that would be there.
All right. Okay. That makes it their turn. Let's see. One's going to hop forward and attack Charles. It's the nearest person. Interestingly, they're not running away. I'll note that first. And then 2 of them are going to try to attack you, Ellis. They both miss. And then 2 are going to attack each snake respectively. Do a 17, 16, or 19 hit. What's the armor class for your snakes?
Since they're large, it's a 14.
14. Okay, so let's see. 3 hit then. So one of your snakes takes 9 points of damage, and the other one takes 3 points of damage.
Ooh. All right.
All right, and then in addition, 3 more. It's clear to you that the last 3 frogs of this frog army have appeared out of the pool, and they come towards you all to attack. And it's Ellis's turn. Oh man, rolls are great tonight.
Another good hit. So again, he just swings his hammer into the side of one of their head and just crushes its skull, leaving it in a limp mass on the floor.
All right, Charles.
Charles can't but kind of give a sidelong glance at you all, as thinking maybe he should have been a warrior, or is it a he or she? I forget. Ian.
It's a he.
Yeah. Oh, it's a he. Okay, my bad. Anyway, Charles feels like he's got a match blow for blow here with Euelis, and will again stab with the spear over the shield. Does a 13, I think, hits? Yes.
Yep.
11 points of damage.
All right, you kill another one. Latro.
I am going to attempt to stab another one after I shake the corpse of the last one off my spear. 9.
Misses.
9.
And Jessica.
There we go. Finally stops. More snake attacks. The one who got hurt is gonna attack one of the nearby frogs, and the other snakes are gonna come to its aid and just attack those two. Again, 3 hit, 2 miss, or 1 miss, and they do. Either way, it's gonna kill. It in total with all their attacks, it's 22 points of damage.
All right, and then what does Jessica herself do?
Jessica is gonna start moving towards where we heard the cries of help and try and see if she can find out if it's a human or some kind of frog thing abomination.
Okay.
Just those 2 categories, Jeff?
Jessica, when you... Yeah, right. It can only be one of the 2. Jessica, you run over to to where you hear the noise, a wall of stout iron bars, one in much better repair than the simple wooden palisade on the way in. You can see here. It blocks the cave off from the toad horde, and a locked gate stands in the center of the bars. Cries of help and despairing wails are heard echoing from inside the bars. From a person who looks to be a human of short stature, but as you look closely, they have some of the strange batrachian features. A face that's just slightly wide, lips that are slightly large. He's dressed in filthy torn robes, and he pleads to be released, coming up and shaking the bars. Please, please, release me, please. And he says, curse my former brothers, curse them. Please, let me avenge myself on the Silentian knot, please. And that's what you see. And you can also act on this turn.
Say, don't worry, you'll have your vengeance soon enough. Let us deal with your brethren over here. She points over to the other frogs.
All right.
And I think instead of acting, I'm just going to end her turn. Her snakes are doing a good enough job.
I will also, you can roll for the damage of the toad that you have control of if you'd like. It's a +3 to hit.
Oh, okay. That would be 15.
That does hit, and I also have to make a strength check to see if the toad eats the other toad. The toads have had astonishingly bad luck, which worked out well for you all.
Right.
Very.
Yeah, a lot of ones actually.
Ooh.
What damage did you get?
It was a 1d6, right?
Oh, yes, sorry, d6 + 1.
That's 5 points of damage.
Okay, 5 points of damage. As this toad bites into the other toad and they start fighting with each other. And let's see, that was Jessica's turn. Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick missed.
Alrighty.
Nothing horrible happened. It just, the flames came from his hands and and just missed the toad.
Alright, these toads, there's a toad battle going on up here between the allied toad that's under mind control and the one that's not. And then 2 toads are going to try to attack Charles. There's a 17 and a 21 hit.
They both hit.
All
Charles
right.
is at 14.
Make a strength check.
Oof. 14?
That passes. You take 10 points of damage from the frogs as they chomp into you. And
he is still standing, but
not great, huh?
Oh no.
The other frog misses. That makes it Ellis's turn.
Well, as we'll hit the next one, which misses.
All right, Charles.
Does not kill him.
$15 for 4 points of damage. Preferably one of the frogs that's chomping on his shoulder.
All right, you do that, and that's Latro's turn now.
All right. Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and looking at the pile of torn corpses. I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill another one.
All right. Oh, that would have been a 20 if it hadn't bumped it.
Ah.
Did you see that? It bumped it back. Anyways.
Does
It still
12 hit?
hits. Yeah, 12
Okay,
does hit,
cool.
yeah.
For 2 damage, it looks like.
Okay. 2 damage, okay. And maybe our heroes are getting tired and their sword arms are getting sore from having slain dozens of giant frogs. Jeffica.
Killing toads is tiring business.
It really is. And here Patrick is serving up some Louisiana fried frog legs.
That sounds good. I'm
I
hungry
mean,
now.
I mean, they actually not so bad. It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I'm joking.
Well, I'm still doing snakes. Any near Latro? Or
there is one near Latro, yes.
okay, so I'm gonna send one snake over to him. That's an 18 for 5, 3, 11 points of damage.
All right. You kill it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start just specifically clearing out frogs. Any near Oglaz?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to send 2 over there to assist Oglaz. A miss. And that hits. So. Oh, my dice! It fell. 2, 6, and 9 points damage.
All right, you killed
And
one
then-
next to Ellis.
Nice. And then any next to Patrick or Charles.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna send the last one over to Patrick and try and help him. And that hits with a 15. So 5, 9, 14 points of damage.
All right. There's only one frog left. You can roll the damage for the frog that's in the frog battle with your mind control
Alright.
frog.
Mini Toad War.
Yeah.
10. Does that? I'm sorry. Does that hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Okay, then he misses.
I'm going to go ahead and resolve the last frog, which does hit, actually, and does manage to slay your mind-controlled frog. And then, let's see here. You have one frog left. Everybody can just roll to hit. As long as you don't, like, utterly miss. Otherwise, it'll get a bite out of somebody. It's going to fight to the death.
I utterly missed. I got a 1.
All right. You don't have to. If it says something like your weapon breaks or something, don't do that. Obviously, that.
Well, I don't know if a law spear is gonna
Yeah.
spear law, whatever breaks.
Oh,
So we got
Toad, take your bite. Go for it.
Ellis. How much damage did you do? You got.
I missed.
Oh, okay. And then, oh gosh,
12.
is everybody gonna miss?
no, I didn't miss.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, let me roll. Like I actually almost I don't know 1d10 4. Oh, sorry. It's 2d10. Basically, it's so it's 2 rays, and 2 rays did like 19 damage. So it's like
Okay,
literally just put
the-
it into the disintegrated it.
The entire chamber lights up as like not US. Patrick's hands, just these giant beams just shoot out of his hands, and he takes it and just like scorches this thing, just like a.
Hey Ross, do you want to get an attack on me though? Because I did fumble.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. So, here you are. Basically, all of this stuff. You can't see the screen right now, Glenn, but basically, there's a giant pile of dead giant frogs and frog parts everywhere, and it's just this army of giant frogs that you have fought in front of you and piled up, and you stand victorious atop it now, having slain the armies of Schapridoaz. And meanwhile,
Nice.
I'll pan over to Jeffica. What do you do with this person in prison behind bars?
She's she's just gonna ask, like, why are you in what appears to be a cell? What's the story here? No. Like,
He says, I disagreed with my high priest in the village. And then he starts to even kind of like, his shoulders hunch more and his arms like start to change. And he's like, I believed that we should have a truce between Schapridoaz and Babugbabills. I think we wanted the same aim. That was a lie, and I was wrong. Curse Schapridoaz. May they all die.
so you're not from? Are you from the swamp village or a different village?
Yes, I was one of the shaman, the priests of the village, answering to the high priest.
Well, I'll let you out if you promise not to attack me, my cohorts, or my snakes.
Let's see. I can show you where the remainder of their armies are, that you might smite them.
Let me consort with my fellow cleric, wizard, and fighters, and we'll see. It sounds like we may have a deal, but let me go talk to them first. And so she's just gonna walk back over there, tell him she found the source of the crying, and let him know it's a frogman who wants us to go smite some more.
I say burn him, burn all of those frogs. He's a frog, he needs to be fried.
Whoa, let's not burn all of our bridges just yet. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe, like, we can find out if maybe, like, this guy can offer some aid.
Good, and if I may be able to heal him of any afflictions that he may have, be it they're not some genetic abomination, genetic mishap. So he could become a potential ally here for at least a short while. What do you think, Eualis?
Sorry, I got distracted with an email that came through. So I'm dealing with some house stuff from the house I own. The fence blew down and the tenants have young kids.
Oh gosh.
So
Oh.
that's been fun.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So sorry, I got distracted with that as popped up as you were talking.
Oh, no worries. We just
Yeah, luckily they've fixed it all, so I can focus again.
Oh, nice. All right.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I'm gonna mute you, at least on my end for right now, Ted. I know you're probably getting in the car right now. Okay, what's the plan?
Well, Patrick, sorry, when they hear no frogs, they want to burn. Yeah, maybe we should speak with him, and she wants to. Maybe he's gonna be helpful. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say let's let him out, heal him, and see where the rest of this Schapridoaz's army is.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Charles fully agrees with freeing him, but he suggests let's try to get some promises from him as far as supplies or aid or promises for the future. I mean, nothing's free, guys. Let's make sure we get our pound of flesh out of him. A pound of whatever, froggy flesh.
I mean, you have look at the floor. You can get yourself lots of flesh, or a pound of flesh, and frog flesh.
Yeah. Can we lay off the flesh a bit? We've got a lot of
it. Okay.
You can also, Charles, you can see out of the corner of your eye, glinting in the refuse, now that all the frogs have leapt off of and left this pile of refuse, you can see the glint of shiny, valuable metals and various things that have fallen from the ceiling.
We know the tax collector has a strong, we won't say greedy, how about avarice? And so he will use his spear to sort of clear away some of the muck and see what it is.
Okay. You take a turn doing that. Let's see. You find.
I think Patrick is gonna help him.
You find 9 platinum discs, like the discs up above.
I mean, Charles will lower Patrick into the pit and suggest that he, throw him up to him.
How about I throw half of it to you and then take, like, in my pockets half?
Yeah, I mean, Charles believes, that's a fair deal. He gives him a wink and lowers him with the haft of the spear.
All right.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
You're able to hand off 9 of the platinum discs.
I just picture Patrick as this, like, nimble, 95-year-old just, crawling around.
I mean, to be fair, he used to be a warrior, and he's still, like, he has 15...
It's like muscle memory, right? Like, he still thinks he's a warrior of 23.
Yeah, and he still remembers that he likes gold, so... Yeah, and we're gonna give, like, there is 9, yeah? We're gonna, like, take, like, 4 each other and give 1 to everyone else.
So if you all are spending time doing that, and you're over in the refuse pile working together, having Patrick work inside the refuse pile to hand things off, let me check here. There are all sorts of disgusting insects and things scurrying in here. They're giant, oily black beetles that scurry out of holes.
Oh, jeez.
And various different things. Some of them kind of get up on you, but you're able to knock them off. Nothing like the giant toads. But if you take the time to do it, you find a total including the 9, a total of 40 of those platinum discs, like you had up above.
And Charles is going to suggest to to Patrick, we've got to cut in our comrades, if only to keep the healing flowing. So let's not be too greedy.
Well, sure, yeah, and you know what? I don't have so many pockets, so might as well just give them a couple of them, you know.
So while that's happening, if you said that you free in time, you're able to free the if you wish the weird toad guy. It doesn't look like he actually needs healing. He's just actually really disgusting and weird. Now, where is I lost track of where is Uelis? Is he? Oh, he was stuck under the giant body, the giant pile of
toads.
Toads, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna join in with that, but and say if what's the snake god thing? Bobills and the snake cultists want to fight each other. I'm all for the servants and lords of chaos to destroy each other.
Speaking of snakes, does Jessica still have any?
Yeah. So while you all, so you get Jeffica. First of all, Jeffica, it takes some time, but you're able to figure out a way to release him from his iron bars, and you have all these Jeffica-faced snakes that are just around you. I don't know. Do they like slither up on you and just like hang out on top of you, or they just stay at your feet?
That's so disturbing.
Yeah. What do you?
You know, I think one kind of just like slithers across and rests on her shoulders, and the other three are just slithering around trying to snap on frogs and just keep an eye out for any more enemies.
I was going to suggest nip the problem in the bud and send some of those snakes into the pool to eat the tadpoles.
You know, that's a good idea. Let's do that. I'll send them.
You can do that, but the snakes might be in danger. And besides that, Charles and Patrick figured out a solution.
Okay, well,
It was more like of a future problem, not really so much now, but...
How big are these snakes, out of curiosity? Are they like boa constrictor, or are we talking rattlesnake?
That I don't know. It just, we have friendly snakes or large snakes. So that would be up, I guess, to Ross.
I think they're python-sized. They're big. That's my take on it.
Okay.
Especially considering what they can do.
And they're 5 hit dice of d8s.
Yeah, they're python-sized, yeah. Giant snakes, yeah.
Hey, at least we got guard dogs along the spot. Who never been used.
Yeah. After that, finish it. Well, you have very, very nice friends there, Jessica.
Well, you guys are. There are 40 platinum discs, so you guys are over here doing this business. Meanwhile, back here.
Fine.
But don't worry about the tadpoles. You figured out a solution to that. It's clever. But meanwhile, back over here, you've got this frog guy. What was it that you said you wanted to do with the frog guy? Jeffica and Latro and Uelis.
I was saying, we should use him for our advantage, like, whatever aid he wants to give us, take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if no one else disagrees, we can help him with the frog army problem. If he knows of any more, well, I'm just going to say loot that may aid us in that predicament.
Maybe a weapon or something.
Yeah, weapons or some kind of advantage he may give us since he's been here before.
Maybe scrolls of magic.
He says, I don't know where these things are, but I know where they keep their armies, and I can show you where they keep their forces hidden.
I'm gonna go fight more frog
useful
guys.
information.
Yeah. if Jeffrica's gonna say, if you promise to aid us against Bogbaziels, we will happily fight this army that you know of.
I would never betray my lord. Only Schapridoaz.
So if you promise us a meeting with him, the other shaman was, and she's lying at this point, so if I have to roll something, that's fine. But the other shaman was trying to lead us into a trap and kill us. So if you promise to get us a meeting with Bogbaziels, I, for one, will be happy to take care of this army.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Potter's gonna shout, like, there are only like 20 discs left! Keep grabbing them when I throw them!
These giant platinum discs. You guys are rich. That's one thing.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere to
No,
spend
yeah,
it, but
you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Charles is stowing them in.
I like this buddy cop moment that's going on between Patrick and Charles.
Anyways, he starts, the half frog Batrachian dude is like, follow me, and he lopes off Quasimodo style over to the north end of this chamber and off into the northwest.
All right. So we can deal with loot later. Are you guys gonna follow, or are you guys gonna keep looting the pool of the platinum?
At this point, you've finished looting the pool of platinum, and you have 40
Yeah,
giant
I was going to
platinum
say,
discs.
we don't want to fall too far behind, but we don't want to leave anything money-wise behind either.
Yeah.
You, Alice, will follow quite promptly.
How do you get Patrick back?
I love the promptly. We're like dragging bags of platinum.
The snakes can... A couple of the snakes can slither down there, and he can use them as like a rope ladder to climb up.
I think you used the spear to get him across, wasn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that to get him back. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Patrick is just gonna be grabbing this. Oh, I'm too old for that, but look how much platinum there.
Charles, hey, Patrick, I'll be happy to carry your share of the loot if you like.
No.
It's pretty heavy.
I understand, but maybe, but like when I look at that, like suddenly I remember my youth and my strength, and suddenly it's much easier to carry it,
Note to the GM, Charles will look for ways in the future to air quotes offer help to Patrick.
Of course. So the frog cultist comes up to this cavernous chamber off to the side here, only some 6 feet across or so, and they're narrow, stony stairs that go down into the darkness. He stops here at the top, and he says, "They have put something to guard the secret chamber of their armies here. And let me make sure. I'm not crazy.
I mean, I think at this point we're all crazy.
I'm just gonna... This is the chamber where their leadership is, but they are guarded here at the entrance by guards, flying creatures. Make sure that. But he does. He says that to you all. I'm going to move all these dead frogs out of the way. They're becoming a problem too.
In life,
push him into the pool.
There it is.
Hordes of frogs and flying creatures. What else?
That's just the entrance. Beyond it, the High Priest awaits in the spawning waters of Schapridoaz. He has the powers of Schapridoaz within him, I warn you. And then finally, if you should survive, I can show you the child of Schapridoaz himself.
Ooh.
So we're doing it for the entire family, huh?
Yes. Sounds like it.
Yeah, so he's saying that basically there's something in here that they use as kind of like flying guard dog like things. He is warning you of that. Yeah, and you can see these steps descending down into the dark, further down into the cave, into the earth. What do you do?
Well, unless Ualis wants to go first, Jessica would happily volunteer to descend the stairs first with her snakes.
Well, we would need some sort of light is the only thing. I think he always has the light around him.
Yeah, Uelis has the light, but he'll happily go down first.
Okay. I'll be right
Charles
behind.
and Charles will move up closer to the front. He doesn't mind providing defense and whatnot.
Same.
Yeah, Butter gonna be not far away. He's gonna be a guard in the rear.
Smart.
Okay. All right.
Just before opening the door, Uelis will call on Justicia as protection again. Which is... Where's it gone? I lost my character sheet now.
Hopefully she doesn't give you the cold shoulder again.
Yeah. There he is. Spells.
At least we know he could be heroic even without the aid of his god.
Oh, more frogs. Jesus.
18. That's the same. That's not bad.
How many?
The steep natural stairs you've descended into abruptly in a broad, high-roofed cavern. At the far end stands another barrier of iron bars with a stout gate. The hum of rapidly beating leathery wings disturbed the air above you in the tall, dark expanse of the cavern. And winged toads, their mouths lined with razor-sharp fangs, swoop out of the darkness to attack. You can roll for initiative, hold your result. Let me find the artwork.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm at 9 hit points, 9 over 22.
Oh, I would have definitely healed you.
Yeah,
I
that's
realized
the only
that.
thing. I kind of goofed that by... I should have raised my hand. My bad.
Do you want us to do the healing while he's looking up the artwork?
I also
Yeah, if you
forgot
don't
to
mind.
show the cool artwork. This is the frogs that were in the pond, the cavern frogs.
Yeah, that's cool.
And, yeah, otherwise that's it. This is what it looks like with these vampire bat frogs now.
Oh god.
I'm going to roll for them. We'll see if we can resolve this combat before the end here. Vampire frogs. 7.
Hey, Ross, will you roll for me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, whoops, wrong die. Rolling again. Come
What
on,
was your
die.
alignment for the healing?
I think he's lawful.
In that case, he gets 3 dice. 3 hit dice from me.
Okay, what did Patrick get?
I got 5.
Patrick got a 5. Okay. Euelis.
4 for the initiative.
Euelis got a 4.
And if anybody was doing any healing, Charles is neutral. If there's a differential on
Yeah,
alignment.
two hit dice then.
Okay, thanks.
Latro.
6.
Latro got a 6, and then Jeffica.
17.
Jeffica, you are able to act first.
All right. I believe my pythons can't really launch themselves into the air.
That does present a problem.
Yes. So at the moment, I'm just gonna leave them on the stairs to guard us, and Jessica's just gonna charge in with her staff and see if she can bat one down.
All right.
Does a 14 hit?
Yeah, you have to beat an armor class 13.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, these things are. Ooh.
A D4 damage. That's 3 hit points of damage.
All right. You beat it one. These things are big, and they're all flying up around you near where your heads are. They have no interest in jumping down to the ground right now when they have plenty of food up at your head level currently. So your snakes aren't able to get to them yet, at least, unless you were to maybe throw a snake, but that would take your turn. So the next person are the vampire frogs. Able to act. So let's see. Actually, I am going to say that one of them is going to try to fight with one of your snakes.
Okay.
It's right there. Does a 10 does not hit, right?
10 does not hit.
All right.
They have to beat 4.
Misses with Charles. Let's see. This is Euelis. Does a 17 hit?
No.
No. All right. And then another one. That one misses. And then finally Latro. Does a 15 hit Latro?
15 does not hit.
All right. They all missed you. It's now Latro's turn.
All right. I'm going to try to jump up and spear one.
All right.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
All right.
Oh, you have horrible rolls today.
Yeah.
Let's see. That makes it to Patrick's turn.
Well, Patrick is. Oh my God! First horde of frogs, now flying frogs. Jesus, what's gonna be next? I don't know.
Indeed. What is it?
This
Frog penis.
yeah, I guess he's gonna just like. Let me see if he can actually start him. I didn't know when my turn was. So it's 5.
The next member of the IR.
Sorry, well, yeah, it's a spray of sparks. Should be able to hit them. No, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, okay. Let me roll then. Okay, that's a 16. So that is. Well, one. Okay, 1d8 plus 3. That's 5 damage to one frog.
Okay.
Flying frog.
I'll make it the weaker frog. Give you, and then let's see that makes it Euelis' turn.
Alice is going to attack one of the frogs attacking him. 19 will hit for 7 damage, and he will try and stun the frog as well.
All right. Does that go off?
Yes, on the 3 it does.
Oh, nice. All right, so you stun it. And which? How much damage again?
7.
7. Okay, so let's see here. Which frog do you try to attack the wounded frog?
Yeah, I would do.
Okay, if that's the case, then you slay it. I'll have it be the one behind you if that's the case. But you take one frog out of the fight. That makes it Charles's turn.
Yeah, Charles is going to take a similar move as Latro. Do basically like a running leap with his spear and try to blind one of the flying creatures.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to roll for you. My bad. Crap. Sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. Let's see. A 12 does hit, and then you also have a deed die. What's your deed die?
1d4. It's got to be a 3 or better.
D4 of 3 or better. It goes off.
Nice.
You do hit the creature. Your damage is... How much was your damage?
It's going to be 1d8 plus 1d4.
D8 plus a D4 well, that's unfortunate. 1 and 3 is 4. And then I also apply your deed die too, right?
Yeah, did you get a 3 or 4?
Yeah, so it's a 7. And then
okay.
What was your deed? Your mighty deed?
It was blinding. I was trying to at a minimum it's going to be a -2, but I think that'll be even better.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a -4 for being blind.
Cool.
All right, and then let's see here. Got a few more minutes left. Back top of the round, Jeffica.
I am going to use Word of Command, and it's a spell check. Will save versus spell check.
Okay.
But if it works, I'm going to...
Fails.
Fail. It's a 19.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell one of them to land and just point to the ground.
Nice. Yeah.
And they have to stay on the... They have to follow the command for 4 rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you also have your snakes who can now... One of them is already... So you actually have 2 monsters you can attack. One is fighting one of your snakes, and then you have the other 3 snakes can attack the other one, so...
Alright, well the 3 snakes are gonna hit the one that just landed.
Armor class 13, yeah.
And hit. 9, 6, and 8 hit points of damage, respectively, for those 3.
All right. 9, 6, and 8. Okay.
And then the 4th one is going to attack the one that's fighting it. And it misses.
Okay. All right. And then what is... let's see, Jeffica, you did your thing. And then, let's see, that makes it the frog's turn. These frogs are going to try to attack your snakes. One of them hits, I think. What's your armor class for the snake?
14.
14, yeah, so it does hit. It does D8, which is 2 points of damage, and it's going to lose 1 hit point per turn. As long as we're in combat here, at least. And then 2 of them are going to try to attack Uelis. One gets a nat 20.
Oh, no.
Uelis, no.
You hellish! May the gods be with you.
It latches onto your forehead.
Jeez.
You now
That'll be fine. There's nothing wrong here. It's fine.
You take. Did I already give you the damage?
No.
Okay. You take 7 points of... Hold on, actually, plus a D3. 7 plus 3 is... you take 10 points of damage and you fall to the bottom of the initiative order. You also
Okay.
take 1 damage per turn while we're in combat.
Okay. So I've got protection from evil up, so that reduces that damage by 2.
Nice.
Oh no, it's a minimum 1 anyway, so that doesn't matter. I was going to ask about the 1 damage, but it's irrelevant.
All right, and then let's see. The other one I rolled a 13 plus 3 is 17. Doesn't hit. You said right?
No.
Okay. And then this one's going to try to attack Latro, and it misses. The other one is blind, tries to attack one of the snakes, and it misses. Okay, that brings us to Latro.
I am going to attempt to jump up again in spirit.
All right.
One moment here. No go.
Man, crap.
Oh my god, that's just, like...
Patrick.
Yeah, I already rolled, so I got actually 21, and I did... So it's it was a Scorching Ray, and it was 2 targets that suffer, and I rolled 12 damage. So it's those 2 frogs that are attacking you, Alice.
Okay. Let's see here. 12.
And they need to roll as always like 15 reflex save. Otherwise they're gonna be like on fire.
Fails. So they're on fire. And how much damage does that do per turn?
12. The fire. It's 6 damage per turn.
Go ahead and roll that.
Yalis has a frog on his head who's on fire.
Yes. It's sucking his blood while it's on his head.
Yeah.
It's just a fancy hat. It's fine. It's all fine.
Yeah. Get it at the gift shop. Visit the Abyss.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6.
That's a free damage per
Without
per
going into
turn.
my reasoning here, those definitely die without going into all the different things going on here. So yeah, you're able to scorch that off of you, Ellis. I'm just to make sure here that this is because of the bleeding. Till the end of the combat, you all still loses 1 hit point per turn. And
sorry about that.
Let's see. I don't know why you're sorry. Man, that was awesome. You killed 2 of those things. And there were 2 different ones, never mind the ones that are wounded. And it's Ellis' turn.
I thought maybe Alice was caught on fire, like, or something like that.
Oh, no. Yeah. The other ones all have bad condition states and are wounded, and this is good.
Yeah. I don't think I have to worry about those hit points. Yeah. Yoelis is going to step over here and whack-a-mole this one.
Okay. Nice.
16 will hit for 10 damage.
Okay, you easily slay that one. And that brings us to Charles.
Similar, he's going to try to do the Latro move, which is another jump with the spear. But he's going to try not to do the full Latro. He wants to hit. So if you roll for me, Rob.
What's your bonus to hit?
Well, I think it would be +1, but it's
total?
Oh no, actually it's the spear. It's +3 plus 1d4.
Okay. Whoops, I hit that twice on accident. I'll take the first one. So that's 10, plus 1 is 11, plus... What is your 2-hit bonus, your character?
Well, the spear is a +3, and then the 1d4 is the plus for
okay, that hits.
being a warrior.
All right. You didn't roll for the healing I did you?
I didn't, but I will.
Okay.
And what's the damage for the spear again? I'm sorry.
It's no worries, Ross. You don't have it up in front of you. It's 1d8.
Okay.
Plus 1d4. As a warrior, you get that extra damage.
Okay, 1 plus 4.
Oh my god, those
5.
rolls.
Okay.
Such a bad roll.
Yeah, despite all of that, the character is powerful enough to where you're able to slay it. In the remaining time we have left, there's just 1 left here. If you all don't mind, just 1 to 2 minutes. There's only 1 left. No, there are 2 left. All of the snakes, Jeffica, Latro, Patrick, and Ulysses, you can go ahead and roll to hit. And if you miss, if Jeffica misses, then the frog gets an attack. So it comes down to
that's
Jeffica on that
fumbles.
one.
Oh my god, I rolled.
Big roll.
I rolled like very well.
Oh, nice. Jeffica is the one I need to know as far as to start with.
Well, the snake that was by itself against a frog did 15 points of damage.
Okay. Wait,
If that kills it.
That,
I guess imagine like leaping up and swallowing a whole like one gulp.
Yeah. All right, you were able to succeed against a portion of the armies of Schapridoaz. It seems that Jeffica's prophecy has come true, and there is some sort of strange thing going on in the eternal struggle as the justice of and righteousness of Justicia is brought down, her light into this place down in the pits of the earth, but also an interest of this chaos snake god. It does seem like Toad War 3 has begun and is almost over.